Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode from Jamie the Board Game Man. Today we're going to go back to 2015, not too far back. This game is by Z-Man Games. It's a 2 to 4 player game. It roughly takes about 45 minutes. It is a tile placement and worker placement game. It is called Cacao, where we're going to be trouncing through the jungle, looking for these little cacao beans. And what you're trying to do is get gold out of those cacao beans. And how you do that is you're going to be trouncing through the jungle looking for sun tokens and temples. And you also got to have water. And you also got to have the markets in order to sell the cacao. And you also definitely got to have the cacao plantations. So let's head on over to the gamers table and I'll show you how to play. Okay, here we go with Cacao. Usually I'm used to putting a board out, but in this game we don't have a board because it's one of those tile placing games. So let's go ahead and go over the components real quick, and then I'll show you how to play. First and foremost, you have the nice instruction booklet that's nice in color, and it goes over everything really nice and well. So they did a good job on this. So very, very well done by Z-Man Games as usual. I do enjoy their games. You also have the player boards, not very big, but you can see, here's where you start, and then you go all the way around, and it's really pretty darn cool. This is where you store your cacaos. This is where you store your sun tokens, which I'll be going over a little later on. But there's 4 of these. You also have the gold. This is what this game is all about, is gold, gold, and gold. Whoever has the most gold at the end of the game wins. So it's all about these gold tokens here. You also have these sun tokens I just mentioned, which I'll be going over. You also have the good old infamous cacao beans. There they are, right in this little baggie. You also have your little meeples that you put on your player board. You also have the player tiles. There are 4 different colors to choose from: purple, yellow, red, and white. Everyone has the same identical tiles as everybody. And depending on how many players there are, you might have to take 1 or 2 out depending on how many players there are. And you also have the community tiles here. This is where everybody uses. These have 6 different kind of tiles that are in the game. We have the temples, which I'll be going over. You also have the gold mines, which are awesome. You also have the markets, and the markets are where you sell the cacao, so you got to have that. You also have the water, because you got to have water. You also have the cacao plantations. Sometimes they'll come in 1 or 2, so that's the cool part there. All right, so there are the components. So let's go ahead and set this up, and I'll show you how this works. All right, here we go, everybody. Here is Cacao. We got it all set up, ready to go. Let me show you the couple things you got to do at the very, very start. This is your player board, and you're going to have your little water carrier here, and you're going to place them on the very first slot, which is -10. And as I'll go over the water, you want to try to get him obviously out of the negative and into the positive, and the most you can get on this board here is 16 points. Obviously, this is where you hold your cacao. You can have a maximum of 5 at one time. And then you have the sun tokens, which I'll go over. The maximum you can have in the game are 3. So you're going to place your water carrier right on the very first spot, -10. As you can see, I went ahead and decided to go with purple and yellow. If you have a 2-player game, you do not take any of these worker tiles out. If you have a 3-player game, you will take out one of the tiles you'll see the workers on here. You'll see where they're on the tiles. Let me show you how this is. So there's always going to be 4 workers per tile, always. But how they're laid out is differently. Like this one, you see 1, 2, and 1. And then you'll have some, like this one, is 3 on one side and 1. And then you'll have ones that have 1 on each side. Let's see if I can, there we go. And there's 1 on each side. So if you're a 3-player game, each player will take out just 1 of these 1 all the way around. If you have a 4-player game, each player will take out 1 of these 1 all around, and 1 of the 1, 2, and 1s, like this. Okay, you'll take 1 of each of those out to start your game. So it all depends on how many players you have. But in this case, we're only doing 2, so you keep them all in there. Okay, So after you place your water carriers on the very first spot, -10, You're going to go ahead and take these are the jungle tiles. You're going to take the top two and put them diagonally on the table. Okay, let's see if I can bring this down a little bit. That way we can see them a little better, because it's really important to see how that looks. Okay, hopefully you see it a little better. It's kind of hard to see on my video here, but hopefully when it comes out on YouTube, you can see it better. Okay, so this is how you start off the game. You have two diagonally from each other. So we'll just say yellow goes first. What you're going to do at the very beginning is you're going to take the top three tiles and you're going to place them in your hand. So you're going to take the top three. Okay, purple's going to do the same. They're going to put top three in their hand. You're not going to look at your whole stack the whole time. You're only going to look at the top three at a time. And you're going to look and see what you got. So he's got 1, 2, and 1. He's got 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. So he starts off right off the gate here. So what we can do here is actually make some money right away here if he wants to. So what he'll do, I'm just going to show this. I'm not going to think it through. I just want to show you how this works. Is he's going to go ahead and put his 3 workers up against the cacao. And this is a single cacao. Like I showed you in the intro, there is one that have 2. But this has 1. So this player will get 3 of these cacaos. So he's going to take 3 of these and place them on his player board. 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. And he also has 1 worker towards the market. This market here is a 2, as you can see on here. And he will give you 2 gold coins for every 1 worker you have for each cacao that you have. So in this case, he has 1 worker towards the 2. So you can sell 1 of these for 2 gold. And that's how that works. So he's going to go ahead and take 1 of these cacao out. And he gets himself 2 gold. Here we go. Just like that, his turn is over. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and go over. Oh, I'm sorry. Then we got to make sure. Oh, I almost forgot. Jeez. At the very beginning, what you're going to do is you're going to take these top 2 and lay them out. So when it comes time to lay jungle tiles out, you get a choice of which jungle tile to take out. So purple is going to go ahead and look at his. And he wants some cacao too, and he wants to be able to sell as well. So let's say he chooses this one. Now at the end of your turn, make sure you replenish your tiles to make sure you have 3 in your hand at all time. He's going to go ahead and go this route. So he's going to place it right here. So you can see he has 2 workers towards that. So he's going to get 2 cacaos. So purple will get 2. Okay. And he also has 1 worker towards the 2. So he's going to go ahead and sell 1 of these for 2 golds as well. So he gets the 2. And purple gets himself 2 golds. So as of right now, that is all that happens right now. Okay. So now it's yellow's turn. Purple's going to replenish his stack. And now it's yellow's turn. So yellow's going to look and see, let's see, what do I want to do here? Let's go with, now you cannot put 2 worker tiles together. It has to be in a checkerboard fashion. So it has to go worker, jungle, worker, jungle, worker, jungle. You cannot have 2 workers next to each other, and you cannot have 2 jungle tiles next to each other, okay? So now it's yellow's turn. He's going to go for, let's see what he wants to do. You know what? He wants to sell his cacaos. So he's going to go ahead and place this right here. So he has 2 workers towards the 2. He has 2 cacaos. He's going to get 2 gold pieces for each one of them. So he's going to go ahead and sell these 2 off and get 4 gold. 2, 3, and 4. So he gets 4 gold. You're going to put the 4 gold over in yellow's possession. And just like that, his turn is over for now. Okay? But you thought it was over, but it's not. Because now we have 2 worker tiles that are diagonally from each other, which means this spot must be taken, or must be inserted. So now yellow has a choice between, you can either add water or a gold mine. So let me go ahead and show you what happens when you put a gold mine there. So he's going to go ahead and go with the gold mine, and the gold mine says 1. All you do is if you have any workers towards this tile, you get that amount in gold. So in this case, he's going to place this here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any workers facing this way, so he doesn't get anything this way, but he does have 1 worker facing the gold, so he's going to get 1 gold coin for that. And that's as simple as that. His turn, now yellow's turn is over. So you go ahead and replenish with 1 of these. Now we have water and a sun token to show you. So now it's purple's turn. Purple's going to say, let's see here. I am going to go for, purple's got, let me bring this up a little bit. Purple's got 3 tiles to look at. And he's going to say he's got 1 cacao he wants to sell. So just to show you how this works, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So yellow wants to replenish their tiles. He's going to place one of each here, just to show you how this works. So he's going to get sell one cacao for 2. So he's going to go ahead and sell this, and he's going to give himself 2 gold. Now he gets to replenish 2 corners, because now we have this here, and we have these 2 worker tiles here. So he gets to bank on some of this stuff here. So what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and take, let's see what he wants to do. The sun token, he's going to go ahead and place it over here. Okay. So now he gets 1 sun token because he gets 1 meeple towards that. So he's going to place this right here on his board. And that's all it gets. Oh, and then he also gets to fill the 2, which we already did. And that's it for now until he lands this water. You do not replenish after you use it. This only gets replenished each turn, okay? So it's not like some games where you take one and you're like Ticket to Ride, you take 1 card, you replenish it. That does not happen in this game. So the maximum you can do is 2. So now he's going to take this water and place it right here. What the water does is it brings your water carrier up the path. Like I was saying, you want to get out of that negative into the positive. He has 1 worker towards the water. So he's going to take this and move it up 1. Now this affected yellow as well. Yellow has a worker facing that water, so he gets to do the same thing. He brings it up from -10 to -4. And then that turn is done. Purple's going to replenish this tile, and now it goes to yellow. Now he also let it replenish these 2. Okay. There we go. So replenishes those 2 tiles. So now we actually have a market for 3. So now he's looking at that going, okay. So what we're going to do is yellow's going to look at their tile and see what they want to play. And he's going to go ahead and play this one right here. So now he gets 3 cacao because now he has 3 workers towards the cacao. So now he gets 3. He's going to replenish 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And that's it for now. But he gets to replenish this tile here because now we have 2 worker tiles that are diagonal. So what does he want to do here? He's going to go ahead and... So he doesn't... Okay, see, purple doesn't have any cacao, so he might want to go this way. So we're going to go ahead and put a market here. And he's going to sell 1 of his cacao for 3. So he's going to take this, and he's going to sell it for 3 pieces of gold. Here we go. Wow, yellow's starting to really get a lot of gold in his possession here. And that is it for now. You got the 3 cacao, and he sold 1. You can do it in any order. Eat any order you want. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you have to get the cacao first and sell, or you have to sell first to get cacao. It doesn't matter. You can choose how you want to do it. And that is how that works right there. So you sold 1 for 3. Now, if you had these 3 over here, which probably would have been a better move. Oh, no, he didn't have a cacao at the time, so that's why we did it that way. But if you wanted to do it this way, say you already had cacao, he could have sold 3 cacao for 3 each. So that'd have been 9 if he would have had the cacao in his inventory at the time. But he didn't, so that's why we did it that way. So now it is yellow's going to replenish. He's going to replenish this tile. Ooh, now we have a double cacao there. So that's actually a really good looking one right there. So purple sees that and goes, I think I'm going to do this. Let's see here. I'm going to do... How does he want to do this? He's going to maximize on his cacao right now. He's going to place this right here. Okay. So first of all, he's going to get 1 cacao because he has 1 player right there. And now he gets to do 2 because now we got 2 here. He's going to go ahead and take this double cacao and he's going to place it right here because this yellow does not have any people towards that area. So this is all going to be purple. He gets 2 for each one of these. So he's going to get 2 and 4. So he gets 4 cacao. Now he is completely full of cacao. He's got 5. That is the max you can have right there. All right. So he got the 1 from here, and then he got the 4 from here. So he's maxed out right there. And he also gets to put the gold mine here, which does not help the yellow team because the yellow meeples know there, but he doesn't have any there either. So that, maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe he doesn't want to do that move. Maybe he wants to place it right here instead. I'm not sure how he'd want to do that. Let's just place that there. That way it kind of shows. So he gets 1 gold piece here. Like I said, I'm not really thinking this through all the way. I'm just showing you how this works. And as you can see the way it's all checkerboarded. So you got market, jungle, worker, jungle, worker. That's how you have to do it. Okay, that's how it works. Now let me show you how the sun tokens work. After all these are taken, after all the jungle tiles have been placed, you're not done with these. These are going to be gone before the worker tiles are gone. Okay, so as soon as all the jungle tiles are out, they're all out. Okay, you can start using your sun tokens. And what the sun token does, if you want to, you do not have to. You can take your sun token and the 3 tiles that you have in your hand, you can place this on top of any one of your tiles that are on the board. So you're going to spend this token, and you can place this on top of wherever you want. So say purple, he's got this, let's see, he looks through his 3, and he goes, man, I am in danger of being in the negative. I'm going to do this. And what he can do is he spends his sun token, and he can place it right on top of this. Okay, now all of a sudden he gets to move 3 of his waters. So he goes 1, 2, 3, brings it out of negative, and in this case he also gets to sell one of his cacao for 2. And just like that. And so that's how the sun token works. So after the jungle tiles are gone, you cannot do that until after these are gone. Once the jungle tiles are gone, you can, if you have any sun tokens, you can spend one and then place it on top of one of your own tiles. It cannot be on top of a jungle tile. It cannot be on top of an opponent's tile. It has to be on top of one of your own. So you see that you're kind of in danger in one area or another. You can say, hey, I can just place that right on top. And everything counts as if you played it on the first time. So that part right there is really cool how they put that in the game. I love that aspect of it. You're going to look. You also have these temples. Let me show you what the temple tiles are. I didn't get the temple file. Here are the temple tiles. Okay, let me show you what happens here. So say, I think it was yellow's turn. Let's say it's yellow's turn. Okay, we'll place these 2 tiles out like so. Okay, and so yellow's going to go ahead and place a tile. Let's see. Place a tile right here. So let's say yellow will get 2 because he has 1 towards this, so he's going to get 2 cacao. And he gets 1 gold mine. Okay. All right, now let's see. Purple's going to go. It's going to replenish this. Purple's going to go right here. That way I can show you the temples. He's going to go, let's see. He'll go like this. Okay. So he's going to get 2 cacao, which he can't get 2, but he can get 1 more. It will maximize here. Now what happens is we have an empty spot here. So he's going to go ahead and place the temple here. Now what the temple does, let me bring this down a little bit. What the temple does is whoever has the most workers around the temple tile will get the 6 coins. Second place will get 3. If you have 2 people that have the same amount of workers, say, one person has 3, another person has 3, you split it. So I'll say, the most, and then you'll get 3 each. If you have a tie for second place, 3 is 1.5, well, you round down. So each player will get 1 point each. Okay, and that's how that works. And now what you do is you'll add up all your points here. Then you'll add up all your gold coins. Then what you'll do is you're going to look at all the unspent. If you did not spend all your sun tokens, say you still have a sun token and you're good with what you had, these count for 1 point each. And then you're going to go to the temples. You're going to count how many points, if you have 6 or 3 or whatever, how that happens. And whoever has the most points there, or most gold, I should say, wins the game. Now, if there is a tie, say for some crazy reason you have a tie, well, guess what the cacaos come to play? Those are the tiebreakers. So if we had a tie, purple would end up being the winner with 5 versus yellow with the 4. So the only thing that doesn't turn into gold, everything turns into gold except for the cacao at the very end, the ones that were not used. The ones that were not bought from the markets come into play as a tiebreaker. So that's how the game of Cacao works. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. And if there's a tie, Cows come into play, and they are the tiebreaker. And there, my friends, is Cacao.